you'll see that basically they have chapters on compute services, project service and billing. So this is quite a handy resource, right? If you have access to O'Reilly. You can also buy it, of course, or your employer can buy it, but you may be able to access it through the O'Reilly subscription, right? So that can be a helpful resource as well, right? Now, what we're going to do now is we are going to do some, and again, it's got some good study notes, and it's also got some good review questions. And we're going to look at some of the questions in the next few slides, right? So this is this is where you get to answer the questions, right? So have a look at that question there, right? So once you think you know the answer, this is from the study guide, A, B, C, or D. So again, think about what the requirements are. So I'll give you about a minute. So again, if you think you know the answer, put it in chat. A, B, C, or D is correct there. So just put it in chat if you think you know. See what people are thinking. Okay, so quite a few votes for A, and A is indeed correct because only A has two options that are both transactional and relational, right? The other ones have either zero or only one option, right? Okay, so have a look at question 2. So what I'll do is I'll just put question 2 so I know where the new answers start. So we are streaming in large amounts of data, and we need to filter, transform, and analyze that data before putting it in Firestore, right? So what would be a good option for running the ETL process? Right? Now, again, think about what you can eliminate here, right? So, for example, Cloud Interconnect is a hybrid networking option, so I don't think it's D. So is it A, B, or C? Right? Okay, so a lot going with B, and B is correct. Actually, A is also not a bad option, but B is probably a better option because it's serverless, right? C definitely is a bad option because it doesn't actually address the requirement. B is better than A, right? So it had to be A or B. Okay, have a look at this one here. And again, let me just put in question 3 in the chat so I know where the new answers start. So which security mechanism allows me to control the flow of traffic between subnets? So I think this one is easy. So A, B, C, or D. Again, this is from the study guide as well. Okay, good. You all seem to be going for C, which is correct. Okay, good. Okay, so hang on, let me just do two more before we take the break. After the break, we will do the lab, but let's do a couple more here. Now, again, this is where you can eliminate the wrong answers, even if you can't get the right answer immediately. Right? So you want to have an application that will consume messages from the pub sub topic or queue, and basically each task only takes 10 seconds to run, and it's not a problem if two or more VMs perform the same task. What is a cost-effective configuration? Now, we can eliminate one answer here, Spanner, because Spanner is not really a processing option, right? So it's basically talking here about VM. So again, it's definitely not Spanner. And Dataproc also, it's not really, well, I guess it's a compute option. So it's A, B, or C, right? What do you think? But again, think about cost effective. Right? And also think about, why are they telling me it takes 10 seconds to complete the task?
Just used to table spot VMs, maybe.
Okay, so a lot of you are going for C, but the correct option here is A, right? Because the cost effective and the fact that it only takes 10 seconds, right? Because if we go and have a look at, I think it's 1 minute is the minimum time for a VM. Let me just see. Okay, unless you speak. Okay, let me just see if they have a limit time. It used to be. Okay, so they don't have a minimum and maximum runtime, but basically, the danger with a spot VM is that you can get that VM taken away from you at short notice, right? But the notice, the preemption process, they're always going to give you 30 seconds of warning, right, before they take it away, right? So because they're going to give you 30 seconds of warning, the task itself only takes 10 seconds. So you won't be interrupted in completing the task, right? So that was the significance of giving you the telling you that it was a 10-second task, and also telling you that you wanted something cost effective, right? So cost effective, you're looking for a cost saving option. So that is why it is A. Okay, we'll do one more before we take the break. Actually, I will put this also as question 5. So basically, we have a processing requirement here, very computationally intensive, many mathematical calculations, access large amounts of data, and cannot be distributed over multiple servers. So what sort of configuration should we recommend? So this is quite a demanding application. So what sort of compute engine configuration would we recommend? A, B, C, or D, right? And also the other thing they are not saying here, they are not saying to worry about cost, right? So cost is not a constraint here because it's not mentioned. Right? So what will give us the optimal configuration for processing many mathematical computations and large amounts of data? Okay, give you another 20 seconds. Okay, so a lot of you are going for B, which is correct, right? Because again, the data we need high memory, and the for the computational intensive part of the workload, that is the sort of thing that a GPU or graphical processing unit can assist with, right? It's a kind of specialized hardware for those type of workloads. Now, there is a cost associated with a GPU, but there is nothing in the question that says you need to worry about cost. So you just go for the optimal configuration. Okay, so we'll just take the break there, and after that, we will do the Terraform lab. And again, we'll do more of those questions and similar probably tomorrow, right? But let's take the break now. Thanks.